You're listening to Fantasy NBA Good, the greatest fantasy basketball podcast of all time. This is episode 37. My name is Purity, and I'm not alone, of course.
Hello guys, my name is Ivan.
Yes.
And this is episode 37. We're gonna try not to talk about coronavirus that much. It's like I think you had enough of
Every day.
listening. Yeah,
all day. People
around you,
the news,
on TV, even podcasts. Everything is about the virus. So today we decided to do something that we've been promising that we're going to do for a long time. And that's an episode about dynasty fantasy basketball.
Oh, wow, okay.
You didn't know?
I have no experience there, but I will try to give my best advice. Okay.
Yeah, dynasty fantasy basketball. If you haven't tried it, you're playing fantasy basketball and you have never tried it, you just must try it. It's if you ask me, it's the best experience that you get from playing fantasy basketball. And one of the, do you know what I realized? Actually, this year I realized that, especially because this year was probably for me the worst, not like the worst considering my results. I actually have been really decent this year in fantasy basketball, but the worst in a term of how much it was frustrating. It was not fun at all. It was like so many of these fake injuries and resting and load management and everything. The season was so bad, and like I realized that like in last couple of several years, I enjoyed the most this off season in fantasy basketball.
Yeah.
And like people will say it's crazy, and like I don't think many people share my opinion. But what I mean is, like, if you're playing dynasty fantasy basketball, for example, like you are always in a season mode. There is no off season, and during this NBA off season time, during the break, it's you still have something to do. You still have your team. For example, my league is open as long as Yahoo allows it. That means 11. In last year, Yahoo has been open for 11 months, almost the whole year. And why I like this off season, because there is no that stress. Oh, this guy is injured. When will this guy recover? What's gonna, like, every time I read something, this blurb about injury, I get stressed so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then during off season you don't have that. You just, if you have your dynasty team, you just listen to a podcast. You follow the stories around. Considering your players, thinking who you're gonna keep for the next season, who you're gonna draft, what you're gonna do, and it's like the stressless time of the year.
No. Yes, it is.
And somehow fantasy went from something that was a fun thing to do. It came to this being so stressful this year. I just hope it won't be like that.
Yes. So
next year. So yeah, this is one of these things why dynasty leagues are fun, because you're always playing fantasy. Even when the games are not being played, you're still playing fantasy. You're still following stories. You're always doing something. In my league, it's allowed to make moves throughout the year as long as Yahoo is open. Okay, why don't we, for example, probably people who have never played dynasty league, maybe they would like to hear how, if they want to start one, how to make settings, how to set up the league. Maybe other people who play dynasty league, they would like to hear how my league, not ours because you don't play, how my league settings look like. So why don't we go just through over some like basic settings and okay, we are making some changes for the next year in my league, so we're gonna talk about these new settings in that we're gonna start from the next year. So why don't we start with these basic settings, roster size, categories, that's most important. So of course, keeping players, that is the most important things. In my dynasty league, you can keep all of from next season we're gonna have 13 players. All 13 players you can keep. Okay. So, and we have 2 rounds of draft. Draft, because there are 10 teams. The team who was for example, this season, the 10th team will have pick number 1. There is no lottery, so it's like straightforward. 10 team placed on a 10 position has a pick number 1. Team who finished season at 9th position, 2, 8, 3, and so on. So the one who wins the league, who won the league, he will be
last.
He will be last
to draft. Okay.
And no, sorry. Okay, this is some other thing that we made a change. We use season standings, not at the end of playoffs. So who was the first, like the standings at the end of the season before the playoff starts. So not who wins the league, but the one who was the first at the end of the season.
We got it.
So this is how we get. We have 2 rounds of draft. So if you want to participate in that draft, you have to. If you have to participate in the first round, you have to release 1 player. You cannot keep all of them. If you want to participate in the both rounds of draft, you have to sack 2 players. To make room. And the draft is not snaking. Like the one who had the first pick in the round 1 also has the first pick in round 2. Draft is not snaking. What else? Yeah, I said 13. We have positions: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and from next season 3 utility slots. And we had 2 moves this season, 20 moves for 2 moves per week, 20 moves for the whole season. And from the next season, we'll have only 1 move per week. That means the league is not like there is no room for streaming at all. Like you cannot get streaming less league. And what else? Three injury list slots. That's all. And the league is head to head, of course. Head to head 1 win. Head to head 1 win. We have 3 points. These are categories: 3 points, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Those are categories. What else? In 14, because the league has 10 teams, 4 teams go to the playoffs. Of course, first and fourth, second and third, and those are the basic rules. Many other league is free agent auction bid FAAB. Do you have any question? Maybe I forgot something.
Each category, how many points you get? You didn't say.
No, those are categories. There is no. It's not a fantasy points league. You have to win more categories than your opponent in order to win the week. So it's the same. If you win 4-3, you get 1 point. I mean, you get a win the same that you would got for 7-0, winning 7-0. So it's much better in this type of league. Like the goal is to always have 4 categories locked.
Got it.
Like, because you should not like be good in all 7 categories. No, you should be really good in 7 categories, in 4 categories in order to win the week.
So you check your opponent where he's better than you, and then you decide according to which player is best in each category.
Well, okay, it's not like that because you cannot there is, like, how do you mean there is no drafting you don't make your team based on your opponent. Like you when you're starting the league, because it's we had now 7 players starting, 5 on the bench. There is many time it happens many times that you have several players left on the bench, and when you're starting a week, I never go and look my opponent. Okay, my opponent is good in assists, steals, threes, maybe no, I always play my strategy. I'm good in offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, blocks, and points, and I always roll with the guys that give me those categories. I never say, okay, this, but later during the week, for example, Saturday, Sunday, yes, of course, if we are, for example, if I need assist, we have the same approximately same amount of assists, number of assists at Saturday or Sunday. Of course, I'm going to put someone who will give me assists so I can win the week. But like, if that's what you asked.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I have no more questions. That's it.
And one more thing, and probably the best thing about Dynasty Fantasy Basketball Leagues is that you build your team for future. You build your team to win. If you are not the best team in a league right now or top 3, I don't know, you build your team to win in next, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, and you do that by drafting and signing free agents who are young players, rookies, sophomores, third-year players. Those are the players that you're taking your chances with, and it doesn't work out all the time, of course. And if you can consider yourself lucky if every season you can find 2, maybe like 3 is a lot. Like on this league size, if you find 2 or 3 really good players that you will keep in your team for years to come, then you're really lucky, So that's the fun part. Like you're not in. Most of the teams are not in win now mode. Most of the teams are building for the future. And even I won for the last 2 years, and even as one of the best teams in the league, I always, every year, I'm trying to bring another at least one young promising player. So because of that, today we're gonna talk about top 25 under 25 years of age players, and you and we are gonna go throughout the list, and we are gonna talk about if you would start your franchise, your dynasty team with those players. You would tell me, okay, I would use on this player, I don't know, my 3rd pick on a draft. No, if you're starting Dynasty League next season, you would tell me, okay, maybe with like Lonzo Ball, I would use my, I don't know, 4th pick on a draft or something like that. You understand? We're going to start from 25 and go to the player number 1. So we will use website hoopshype.com. You probably heard of Hoops Hype. They even have their own podcast. Really good basketball website. Okay, for my Dynasty League, I don't think this is top 25, under 25, but like we didn't make our own list, so we are just using their list. And we're gonna start with position with the number 25. So why don't you read?
Okay, number 25, we have Kendrick Nunn. He's 24 years old from Miami.
Yeah, this article is from, I think, like 4th or 5th of March. So it's like recent, this year, of course. So yeah, most of these players, this is accurate age. Maybe someone who turned like over 25 like recently, but I don't. That wouldn't. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So yeah, Kendrick Nunn, like especially for this league of mine that we were talking about before, my friend has him, and he's good in scoring, 15.5 points per game, total threes 123, 3.4 assists. This I don't know, like I'm not sure I would even consider drafting Kendrick Nunn. I don't know, maybe like really late. I'm not so so sure about his future in Miami. Like I really don't know. He's 24-year-old rookie, so this is I would avoid him. Like I cannot say I would use my first top 5 picks on him or anything like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I would avoid him too. I wouldn't draft him at all.
You don't like
No,
Kendrick Nunn?
No.
So next guy, number 24. Okay, I don't agree with this position 24 for Jonathan Isaac. Like, what do you say?
24, Jonathan Isaac. Oh,
22 years old.
no, he should go higher. Like
Jonathan Isaac should definitely go higher.
a lot higher.
And like I have him in my dynasty league, and he was great this season, especially these categories that we used. While he was healthy, he was in my league, I think like 30, 34th, if I'm mistaken, but something like that. He was really good. He was like, we talked about him so much throughout like last year and this year. Like, he's the guy who will give you like a little bit of everything. Like, he's for me, I would put him like in a top 5 probably. Yeah. Without no thinking,
without blinking.
So yeah, I would use, like, if the league is like 10 teams, as we were talking about my league, and I would not thinking about like the second pick without it. I would use it, like my second pick on the draft without thinking, but I think he would go even before that, like first, depending on where I am on the, like, if I have top I don't know 5, maybe, like, I don't know, I generally definitely second, and probably the first round pick I would use, depending where my first round pick. What do you say?
I agree. I would take him.
I think he will put on some, some body mass and some muscles, and like not be so fragile next season.
So.
You don't think so?
That's how he is. Maybe when he retires.
Him and Zion exchange a little bit of body fat.
We should give Zion some tips on how to
be skinny.
Yeah, be strong and skinny.
Okay, let's.
Number 23, we have Lonzo Ball, 22 years old, from New Pelicans Orleans.
New Pelicans Orleans.
New Orleans Pelicans. I switched a little. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, New Pelicans. What do you think?
Oh, definitely pick Lonzo. He's been great.
But what pick on a draft would you use on Lonzo? Okay, this is okay. Let me read you
8.
his 8. There's no way he would wait you. He would be available for pick number 8. He was averaging 12.4 points, 6.2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.54 steals this year. He was. Yeah, he was. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. I even think at one point he was a free agent in this dynasty league of mine, but I think that when he was injured and like I cannot remember anymore, I would draft him. I'm trying to pick 8. I don't think he would be available at that pick 8 in this league of mine, for example. That's around 80. So I think he would go higher. So I don't know.
Got it.
So what about next guy?
Number 22, we have Aaron Gordon from Orlando Magic.
He is 24
years old.
Yeah, I would like
the dunker.
Yeah, I would definitely not draft Aaron Gordon, and he's gonna be 25. I think I don't see when I don't have his birthday here, but I think he's gonna be 25 this year. Yeah, he will be 25. So yeah, I just he was so much promising, and not, like, I don't know. Okay, this season he was kind of okay. 15.8 points, 8.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.1 steals. But his points, they keep dropping every year, and like he's not the best player in Orlando anymore. He's like now the third best player in over there. So no, I would avoid him. I don't know what you think.
Yes, I would avoid him too, but
like maybe at the a last pick on a draft if you don't know what to do, or like
he gives you
around
rebounds.
12, 13, but he's not someone.
He'll give you rebounds, that's for sure, for your dynasty.
Well, yeah, rebounds, but I don't know. Okay, let's go.
Number 21, Miles Turner, 23 years old, from Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, I have Miles, and this year was disappointing, and I hoped, I don't know, just Sabonis destroyed his fantasy value. Okay, like uh, he's good for blocks because I have him and some other guys that block, they block. I always win this category, but yeah, his rebounds they've never been that good. His points are down. So I don't know. Where would you draft him?
Uh, I don't know. Is it going higher or the last?
I don't
Probably the
know.
last
I
pick.
pick no, not there's no way last pick, but I don't know. Like,
I
I'm
would pick
trying
him,
to think. I would definitely pick him, but like I had much higher hopes for him. I took him as a free agent when he was a rookie in my dynasty league, and it paid off for a couple of seasons. Especially last season, he was good, but I don't know what's his future. Okay, things can change. Things can change for him, or maybe in Indiana or something with Sabonis. I don't know what's gonna happen over there, and he might regain his value. But for now, like things are not looking that promising as they used to be prior this season. Okay,
Number 20, John Collins, 22, Atlanta.
yeah, well, what do you think?
Atlanta Hawks.
He was great this season. He was
Yeah.
really great this season, but I don't know how this Capella deal will influence him, and I just hope that I I just hope that like he will. Okay, he will lose some value. That's definitely,
Not
but
much though.
I think he's gonna be somewhere 25-30 range next season, and it's like I have him also in my dynasty league, and like he was so promising, but now Capella came, and I also have Capella, and like both of my players are gonna lose value because of that. So yeah, I just hope he
Lose value.
doesn't suffer such a huge hit.
He
Okay.
won't, definitely. Number 19, we have Jaren Jackson Jr., 20 from Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, what do you think about Jaren Jackson? Because some people are so high on him. I am not that high. I think he's gonna be good. How good? I'm not that sure. Like this season,
He's
he was.
average.
Well, I don't think he's average. I think he's good, but I don't know if he's gonna be. First of all, I wouldn't. I don't know. I would not put him before John Collins, like they did. He's not
Oh, yeah.
rebounding. He's scoring points. He's blocking, shooting threes. He had a good stretch this season. He got injured again at the end of the season. Like, I just hope he doesn't become a trend every year. Okay, he's good. Would use maybe my like top four, top something like that. Not sure. Next guy.
Pick him, definitely. Number 18, we have De'Aaron Fox from Sacramento, 22 years old.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would never put De'Aaron Fox in front of Johnny Collins and Jonathan Isaac and John Collins. I don't know. Like, okay, 20.4 points, 6.8 assists, 4 rebounds, 1.4 steals. I don't know. Where would you take him? Top 5? Top?
Yeah, I would pick him, definitely. I would not blink. I would not even think twice about it. I would just pick him, definitely.
Well, I would think twice. But okay, next guy.
Number 17, we have Jamal Murray, 23 years old from Denver.
Yeah, I also have Jamal Murray, and he's good. Like I don't know what like maybe some people expected much more from him, especially this season. I haven't. He was just like good. Like he's really good. He's not excellent. I also took him as a free agent in his his sophomore season, and he never disappointed me. And he's always healthy, and like I also have Jokic in my dynasty league. These guys are especially Jokic this year. He played every game. Jamal is always healthy. Like, I would draft Jamal. Like, also
Definitely.
top.
I would
I
definitely.
don't know. Top 5. I don't know,
Yeah,
6.
top 5, 6 there. Definitely pick him if you're starting a dynasty. Definitely. Number 16, we have Shea Gilgeous
Shea
Alexander.
Gilgeous Alexander, 21 years.
Oklahoma City, from Oklahoma City.
21 years of age, from Thunder. So what do you say about him? Like, he's not. He had this year. He really exploded. Many people didn't see that coming. I didn't draft him anywhere. Cannot see that I saw it coming, but I thought he was gonna be good. But like 19.3 points, 6 point. Not a lot of assists for a guard. I don't know, where would you take him? Like,
8.
of course, he's not gonna be available in 8th round. Maybe somewhere. Well, he's definitely going like top 4, top 5. But like, I wouldn't. Me personally, I won't draft him at top
He's good
4.
for points leagues, definitely.
Yeah, he's good for points leagues, but he's good. Like, he's definitely good. Maybe it's just me. I don't prefer him that much. So next guy.
Next guy, number 15, we have D'Angelo Russell, 24, Minnesota, D'Lo.
Yeah, D'Lo is like one of the guys who, like, he's so not loved around in fantasy circles.
Why?
Why? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know
I
why
love
people
him.
do not love D'Lo. Like, I drafted him 1 year, the same year. I cannot remember what he was, a second pick on a draft. Like, I cannot remember, but I drafted him 1 year as my first or my second pick because I had first and second pick on that draft. I did some trades, so I drafted him that year. I gave up for him, I think, Carmelo Anthony, and I don't know who else. And he's like, yeah, he's been injured throughout his career, but for this type of league that I'm playing, he's great. He's excellent.
Definitely third pick.
And I think that his future is it looks really good. Like, him being paired with Cat, I think it will work out really well, and I think he's gonna be better than he has been this season. And it's not like he played a lot, and he's been injured a lot this season. Like, for the, well, I don't know how many months, but he's been injured a lot this season in Warriors, and he started playing really well when he came to Minnesota. And I think, yeah, I also have Karl Anthony Towns in my dynasty league, so that's not working out for me because, so many players from the same teams. But
Yeah,
that's another thing that you have to think about. But that's something that you cannot control in dynasty leagues. Like, you may draft people from different teams. You may have like 13 players from 13 different teams, and in few years time you find yourself having like 2 or 3 guys from the same teams. Like, for example, I have like this Cat and D'Lo. They joined together now. Then Capella joined John Collins. That's another pairing. What also, the trade that happened made like this pairing that you cannot control. So maybe
you cannot. With all these
okay.
trades going
Let's
on.
continue with we still have so many
Number
players.
14, Jaylen Brown, 23, from Boston Celtics.
Jaylen Brown. Yeah. This season, since Kyrie left, he became like their second best player. 20 points per game, 20.4, 6.4 rebounds, 1.1 steals per game. He's good. I just don't know. Yeah, we didn't say D'Lo. Where would you draft him? Like, I definitely like top 4 or 5. I don't know.
Yeah, 4. Definitely 4.
So yeah, I'm not like the hugest fan of Jaylen Brown. I don't know. Like, yeah.
I don't think he's good for dynasty. Just for points leagues, I'll take him.
Well, I mean, he's not bad. I'm just saying he's also, one of these guys that I would not
last
like
pick.
go over. I would overpay him. Like, no, of course not. Last pick. He's the guy who scores 20.4 points, 6.4 boards.
6 pick. 5 pick him. I'll definitely pick him. But more in points league than dynasty league.
So number 13.
Number
Domantas.
13, Domantas Sabonis,
Domas
23,
Sabonis.
from Indiana.
Yeah, this story, my story about Domantas Sabonis is that I took him as a free agent last year, and I dropped him at the end of the season because he started playing bad, and then he was kind of decent throughout the playoffs, and I didn't see this coming. Like, this is something that I cannot forgive myself, and I cannot forgive him because he destroyed Miles Turner value. I have Miles Turner, he completely destroyed his value, and I dropped him and someone took him, and now like it's like a double loss for me.
Yeah, definitely pick Sabonis.
He's scoring 18.3 points and 12.5 rebounds, 5 assists per game. He's like, okay, he's not good in this, but this someone who will give you 12.5 rebounds, 18 points, like he's helping you win these rebounds, helping you win points, and he's contributing in assists. Yeah, he definitely really high.
Number 4. Definitely pick him, number 4.
Next guy.
Number 12, we have Kristaps Porzingis, $24 Maverick.
Yeah, Porzingis, he had like decent numbers this year. Just someone that I would avoid in dynasty leagues. Like, you never know who's gonna be injured, but this guy he's definitely one of these guys that you can say that he's injury prone, and in dynasty leagues that's something you don't want to, because if you pay a lot, like you draft someone at a high draft position, and this guy is always injured, you're stuck with him. I mean, you can drop him, but you wasted your draft pick. So just like if you're drafting, starting your dynasty league, try to avoid these injury prone guys that like you are completely sure they're injury prone guys.
Definitely avoid Porzingis. Number 11, we have Zion Williamson, 19, from New Orleans.
New Pelicans.
Okay, New Orleans.
Well, Zion, I don't know. We haven't seen like.
He's been in.
Because we're talking about dynasty leagues, and if you're starting your dynasty league now, like you have to be sure like who you're gonna take with your first pick. And he would definitely go in this first round.
He went so high.
Yeah, but in dynasty league he's definitely going in the first round because people are so high on him, and I think I would pass. I'm still not. That's your first pick on a draft. You must be 100% sure. Like when you're drafting.
You should do what Jokic did: lose some weight a little, and he will be unstoppable. I can guarantee you that.
You should tell him.
I will tell him.
Tweet it.
Williamson, lose some weight. You can play. Put on some muscle.
So next guy
number
is
10. We have Ja Morant, 20 years old, Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, Ja was good this season.
Decent.
Well, for the rookie, he was great. Was great. Would I start my dynasty? Would I start my dynasty league? My team? Would I no? I would not draft him as a pick number 1. Like no way. I would take him later. Here he's in front of so many guys. Look, I wouldn't do that.
Pick number 4.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Next guy. I don't
number
feel like
9, Brandon Ingram, 22, New Orleans. He's another guy who's exploding. Definitely pick him.
Do I have to talk about Brandon Ingram? Oh my God. I drafted Brandon Ingram as my, I don't remember, second pick on a draft. Something like second or first, maybe even a first. I think that season I had the second pick on the draft. Yeah, my first round, second pick on the draft, and I drafted Brandon, and I kept him for 3 years. I was patient, and last year
he got injured, and then you dropped him.
No, he didn't get. Did he?
Yes.
Oh
He
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
injured
yeah.
and
This
then you
this
dropped
this
him.
thing that he had. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. And I dropped him because my dynasty league had only one injured list slot back then.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I could have kept him because it was the last week of
The season to end.
to
It was
end,
almost-
and I was about to win, even
Yeah.
with him being injured. But I dropped him and took Bam Adebayo,
Mhm.
and I don't regret taking Bam Adebayo, but like, I could have dropped someone else, you know.
Yeah. Definitely.
And like
But that's with dynasty. You
And-
have to risk.
yeah, like some things you never know.
Yeah,
like
some things you never
like
know.
Lakers last year, like something in dynasty, and that's the beauty of the dynasty. Yeah, it can be frustrated, but sometimes you benefit. Sometimes
Yeah.
you lose. Sometimes you
You
benefit.
gain,
Like like last season, who knew? At the time when I was dropping him, that was what, like early April, like this, and beginning of the April. And nobody knew that he's gonna be traded in this package for AD because Lakers said no way, we are trading Brandon Ingram. You can get this or that guy.
Yeah, Lonzo should have not Lonzo. Kuzma should have gone instead.
Well, yeah,
They made a bad trade.
but now too little, too late. 24.3 points, 6.3 rebounds. Like Brandon was excellent. Yeah, he lost some value when Zion, but he's still gonna be good even with
Pick
Zion
number
next
2.
season. Okay,
Pick
let's
number 2.
let's
Okay, now we go to number 8. We have Devin Booker, 23 from the Phoenix Suns.
another of my
Yeah.
players also took him as a like if you've been following since we started 25, you saw how many players I have in this top 25, and majority of them I took them as a free agents.
Yeah.
And you really like that.
Can
That's one
never
of the
know.
fun things, you know, that you
Yeah.
can take these guys as free agents, like.
And then they explode.
And but you have to wait. Like you cannot take him. I took him when he was a rookie, and okay, he is the one of the guys who exploded. Like even in his rookie season, he was scoring a lot of points. In his sophomore season, he really exploded. But some guys I really had to wait, like this Miles Turner and other guys. So
The key to Dynasty League is patience. That's all. You have to be patient, not be dropping guys and then later then you're gonna regret. So give them time to play well.
Devin is good. A lot of points. He's been assisting a lot this season too. A lot of threes. Yeah, he's good. Maybe in this league that I play, maybe his skills are not that appreciated, but like, you need someone who's gonna play as a shooting guard. So he will be drafted high. I cannot say like top. I don't know.
Top 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Number 7, we have Bam Adebayo, 22 years old from Miami. He doesn't look 22.
He looks much older. Huh?
Yeah, definitely older.
The Bam was great this season.
Yeah.
16.1 points, 10.6 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, 5 assists, 1.2 assists. Like, he was great. If he starts shooting threes, like I don't know, I took him.
At the end of the
Yeah, actually, no. I said I dropped Brandon and took him. No. I took him after season finished.
Yeah,
he was afraid. No, yeah. Now I remember. Season just finished. I just won the league, and on the next day, Monday, I took Bam. So yeah, that's how it happened. Like, and I was sure that he's gonna be great this season. Like, but this great, I really didn't expect. Like, he's been really excellent. So
definitely take him.
yeah, he would go like second round, I think.
Number 6, Jason Tatum, 22 years old from Boston Celtics. I didn't see this coming. Number 6.
Yeah, like before this season, people are so during the last summer. People were so low on Tatum, saying like he's
disappointment.
Yeah, but he had a great season and probably one of the best small forwards, young small forwards. Generally, one of the best small forwards in fantasy. So like he's going like round 1 probably. No, not a lot to talk about him. He's really great.
Definitely pick him.
Friend of mine in my dynasty league has him, and I'm trying to. I've been offering so many trades since starting his rookie season, and like no way, he's rejecting everything what I offer.
Because he's worth it, guys. Tatum is worth it.
Yeah.
Number 5, Trae Young, 21 from the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Trey is
Excellent.
like, I don't think I would draft him as a pick number 1 or 2 or 3, like, but somewhere around, but the first round definitely.
I'll
And
pick him first pick.
and in my dynasty league, a friend of mine took him in the first round last season when he was rookie as a third pick on the draft.
Yeah.
In front of, back then, many people were hyping Jaren Jackson Jr. saying that he should go third. Who else was there also? He took him I'm saying he took him as a number 3, and it was a great pick.
Yeah.
It was
excellent, actually.
And now the Trey is probably the best player in his team, like just one year later. So what about this guy?
Number 4, we get Ben Simmons, 23 years old from the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, would I start my dynasty? Would I take him as the first pick on a draft for my team, like for the first round?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, yeah, he's okay. I don't think so, and I don't know like what's gonna happen over there during the summer in Philadelphia. But like, yeah, he's definitely top 10. Maybe I just wouldn't start my league with him, but yeah, he's definitely good for because when you're playing category leagues and it's a dynasty league, you have to know, like, before drafts, you have to know which categories are you gonna hunting for, how are you gonna build your team. You cannot take, I don't know, Ben Simmons and then like hunting for trees, for example, the guy who doesn't shoot trees. So you have to know that, because in this redraft leagues, you can start your draft and see after, like, first you draft for the value, first 3 rounds of the draft, and then you see after first 3 rounds of the draft, you see in what in which way your draft is gonna continue. You don't have to have a strategy, and sometimes it's better not to have strategy. But in the dynasty league, like, you must know, because this is your team for next I don't know how many years, like for next.
Yeah.
I'd like to say forever, because this dynasty league of mine is gonna run for. We're not planning of quitting. So you have to have a strategy. You have to make a plan. It's not. These are not the guys that you will have for one season and then you're gonna redraft. Okay.
Number 3, Donovan Mitchell, 23 from Utah.
23 years old.
Yeah, 23 years old.
Yeah, like, I would not put him this high, and I would not draft him as my first pick. Maybe, like, I cannot say that I expected that much more from Donovan, but majority of fantasy basketball managers did. Maybe second round, third round. Yeah, I don't think I would even I wouldn't use my second round draft pick on Mitchell. I don't know what.
Number 2, let's go to number 2.
I just hope he gets better now. Huh?
Yeah, he will, definitely.
He has, like, yeah, you probably know.
Yeah, number 2, Karl Anthony Towns, 24 years old from Minnesota.
Yeah, and my best player in my dynasty league, drafted him as a pick number 1.
Definitely pick number 1.
Would I take him before Luka? I would. Like, for me, he's the best dynasty league player.
Yeah, he is.
He does everything. He's been this Iron Man until this season. I just think he's the best young player in the league. Nothing much to say. Like, He's
Definitely
really
pick
doing
number
everything
one.
for your team, like scoring, rebound, blocking, shooting. He's doing everything. He's just.
This is definitely pick number one.
But here as number one, they
Number
have
one, we have Luka Doncic, 21 years old from Dallas.
Hoops Hype has it. If
Yeah.
you ask us, I don't know. Would you put Luka first? Who would you put first, Luka or Cat or maybe somebody else?
I will put Cat first, and then Dilo, and then Luke.
Dilo. You would put Dilo.
Oh, no. Cat, Luka, then Dilo.
Okay, that's your cute standings, cute the Dynasty League standings. That's
Cute and performance.
well,
They
yeah. I
both
mean,
have
that's a combination.
That's
It's not just.
That's the reason I
It's
think.
not just players' value. It's players'
Yeah.
looks. How do you get?
They're very cute.
Yeah, like at one podcast.
Luka is not that cute, but
You need to give us a formula. How do you score guys? How do you how do you bundle
Cuteness.
looks and performance, and then you get.
well, it's just unlucky. It's lucky.
No, I'm saying
Some players.
how do you
How do I what?
how do you
Categorize
when you take into consideration looks and value, and then you get some number. What do you divide looks with what?
I put looks first, then category second, then performance.
So you divide.
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
for next season, for next podcast, you need to give us not for us guys. Maybe for if girls are listening, you will give them a formula. Formula. Your mathematical formula. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
I'm looking for words and.
I'll definitely do my list, my
I
cute
guess I'm
list.
tired. This is going to be the longest
I'm just
podcast.
gonna do my cute list next time.
You've been promising that for years.
Well, it's a time limit.
Yeah, since
there's no
only
time.
guys are listening to our podcast, no one is going to pressure you to do that.
Yes, I can
so
just
what
mention.
about Luka? You have something to say about Luka besides that he's
first
cute?
pick, definitely. Oh yeah,
In
he's
your
cute.
Cuteness metrics.
But Ben Simmons is cute. Just say.
Luka 28.5 points, 9.4 rebounds, 8.7 assists, 1 steal. Yeah, Luka is great. If you definitely the guy to start your dynasty franchise with him. If you take him over Cat, it's him or Cat.
Everyone was fighting for Luka in your dynasty.
Not a huge. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone wanted to draft him, but only one person.
No, actually, no. In my dynasty league, don't you remember last season? Luka went as number 2.
Oh yeah.
Ayton, yeah, right?
Yeah, someone didn't pick Luka. He picked, I don't know.
Ayton, no, Ayton went as.
Not Ayton. There was someone else. I don't know who.
I
don't know who, but.
Well, yeah, I remember. I forgot. I forgot it. I'm tired. Yeah, I think he went as number 2. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Okay, we are
done.
We are done with talking about top 25 players, about dynasty leagues. Oh, so that's it for this episode. I'm tired. I don't know about you.
I'm definitely tired.
Why are you tired? For sitting and listening to me talking.
Okay, I'm not tired. He's tired, but.
We're not used to these long episodes.
Yeah, and I didn't talk much because I don't know anything about Dynasty. I don't play Dynasty, so I'm trying to find a Dynasty league. So if you're listening, you have a Dynasty, put me in. Definitely. You can find me on Twitter and add me. I'll be so happy. Just add me. So guys, thank you so much for listening on this episode, and don't forget you can find our podcast on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Fantasy NBA GOAT, and you can email us at.
Where can people listen to us?
You can listen to us at anchor.fm/Fantasy NBA GOAT.
But
what else?
If you have a podcatcher.
Yes, if you have a podcatcher, you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, right? Google Podcast.
Let me do it. Yeah, if you have a podcatcher, we are literally on every podcatcher now. Recently, I added us to some podcatchers that I found about recently. We are on iHeartRadio. I think we said it last time. Yeah, we did it. Or no, we didn't. No, we just got on iHeartRadio like a few days ago. Yeah. So we are even now on iHeartRadio. Yeah. So you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, everywhere. Literally, whichever podcast you have. Our website address. You can find some things over there. You can even listen to our podcasts over there. Like if you can find all the links, everything. Just go to fantasynbagoat.weebly.com. Weebly spelled with WEEBLY. Our email address.
Our email address is fantasynbagoat@gmail.com. Just email at us anything you're interested in. Just email at us, and we'll get back to you right away.
So, guys, we hope you all are well and that
we're waiting.
Yeah, we are waiting. We haven't. We didn't. Yeah, we probably should have talked what to do with your fantasy leagues. And like everybody's talking about it, at every podcast you can hear, do this or that. Like do whatever you feel it's right. Do whatever. Okay, talk to your friends, the guys that you're playing league with. Like talk to them, ask them, what do you think? What should we do? Like we don't need us telling you do this or do that. It's your league. If you're playing for money, it can be a little bit more difficult. If not, like do whatever. Like if you're bored, like continue like people say freeze your league. If I don't know, if you're bored, do not freeze your league. Like just like do whatever. Like
you know what is best for you.
Well, yeah, of course. Don't then let us tell you what to do. And I just hope, I don't know, like by the time we record, I don't know for how long this virus will last.
No one knows.
And I don't know if the league will continue, when the league continue, what will I really don't know. We will make a podcast in
as soon as we find out.
Like a month from now, 3 weeks from now, we don't even know if there are going to be any news, anything to talk about.
Yeah.
So just be safe and
see you in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.